Hello YouTube. This is going to be a review of Edtracker, which you can see is this little box on top of here. What it is a 3-axis head tracking system based off Arduino, but they also do their own sort of slightly more plug and play board. You can build your own DIY version if you've got a bit of soldering skills. You can probably do it for around somewhere between 10 to 20 pounds, depending on what bits you want to just make or put together yourself. Pretty easy to do with the board they sell for it online. And so far I've tried, I've built my own sort of infrared tracking systems that you get problems with other light sources getting in the way and things like that. But this one, I have to say, as long as you don't mind just having 3 axes, it's not 6 degrees of freedom, but 3 axes is usually enough, and I found this one, it's super responsive. You can basically track near enough real time with no delay, almost no smooth. I think almost no, well, I don't basically turn off almost all smoothing on this, so it moves exactly as when I move. Because it's if you're going to build one, you can do it. If you're going to build an Arduino version, basically you need an Arduino Nano, and then you can put a variety of sensors on. You want either the MPU 9250, or there's another one, 9150 or 91 something. I will check that. But the MPU 9250 is the cheapest one you can get. Slightly larger board, but the new board they have accounts for it, and that one's the best one because the other one, the 91 something, is also does exactly the same board. Really, it does exactly the same thing, but it's getting harder to get and more expensive. So the 9250 does the same thing, and the nice thing is it has both an accelerometer and a magnetometer built in. And so what that allows is that if you just have there's another board, a MPU 6 something or other, but that has just the accelerometer, and what can happen is the accelerometer won't exactly track movement, so you'll get drift from the center point. Whereas with the magnetometer, it can use the magnetometer to the Earth's magnetic field to make sure it's kept tracked to the center point, while the accelerometer can quickly track movement. So that solves the problem of drift with just accelerometer tracking. And yeah, I'm very, very impressed with this whole setup. I've been using it in Warthunder. The install's pretty easy if you're doing the harder Arduino version. You just need to download the Arduino drivers, install that on your computer, so then it can recognise this. You then need to install the Arduino version of the HeadTrack software. You then load that up, have this plugged in, you connect to it, you flash it with the correct version depending on what sensor you're using, and they're all labelled in there. Once you've done that, you just need to calibrate the magnetometer, which is pretty simple. You just set it up. You have to adjust the sensitivity, usually up to about 3/4 on the bar until it starts counting. Then you just have to sort of turn it all the way round through all of its axes, sort of like this, all the way round, and then all the way round that way. And you get the idea. All through all 3 axes, so that way as well. At the moment I've just got it sellotaped to my headphones because I haven't bothered to make anything better, and that's worked perfectly well. One day I'll bother to make something a bit better to mount it on. It does come with like a sticky, the one case I got come with a sticky sort of Velcro pad, but you need some sort of top on here to stick that to. Other headphones you can probably stick them straight to, but yeah, just a bit of sticky tape to this, and that worked. So I kept it with that. So now let's go in game and have a look at what it looks like in Warthunder. Okay, so here we are in Warthunder Simulator Battles. As you can see, you can look around, look up, look down, tilt your head side to side. And yeah, I found this to be extremely, as you can see, the responsiveness. If I shake my head, that's just really makes you feel dizzy. But as you can see, this has excellent responsiveness. It's fantastic for games like this. Driving games, I should imagine this would be good for. I don't really play driving games, but you could probably imagine this would be pretty cool for that. Got a nice B-17 in front of us, just took off. We're going to go roaring by him. Great speed. Look at that. Even when you've got a nice cockpit like this plane has, you can got a really good view around you. So, see, of course, what it doesn't do, we can't move our head's locality in the cockpit, but you know, for a tracker that you can put together yourself for 15 quid, that's pretty awesome. You've got to give it credit where credit's due. Now, their version, I've looked on the website, they're like all together in one version is about 45 quid, and it's about 8 quid for their board with a case to then solder your own parts to, which is still pretty cheap. For about 15 quid you can build a head tracker, considering it cost me about 30 quid to build my optical system, which would have lag and you'd have to put filtering on. I mean, this, so you can zoom in and I can just move around the tiniest bit, swivel if I want. Hopefully we can find an enemy and shoot him down, or I can get shot down instead. It doesn't really matter because this is a demonstration video. And I have to say, this game is very pretty. Look at that. But yeah, this might be disorientating view because I can suddenly move my head around, but just like you would expect moving your head around, your view can suddenly change. Also, the only thing is, if you are recording a video like I do sometimes, if you have a drink, that happens. Right, let's see if we can find some enemies. We're heading towards the enemy bases. I'd expect to find some around here. We've got a little altitude. A lot of the battles and simulator battles happen at fairly low altitude. Whoa! Some shots going up there. So there's a guy, we can see him. He just splashed in. Yep, he shot someone down. So that B-17 got someone. We'll go back up, we'll get our altitude back. Okay, so we've spotted a plane here. I'm not sure who it is or what it is. We're going to come in, take a look and find out. I think it might be an enemy. Or it may not, it may be a Mustang. I think it's an enemy. So it's 109k.
Somebody cover me!
Try and take him out. You see how hard it is to hit in simulator battles. And he's going in, he's dead. Where is he? Whoa! There's someone in my ass. But I'm not giving up on this guy, I want this kill. Ooh. Right. Break. There's this guy on my backside. There he is. There's another 109. Keep an eye on him. Come on. Some combat flaps down. Cool the engine off a bit. So we're on his tail. I've got another one on me. God damn it. Ah, they got me. But there we go. That's simulator battles with the head track. There we go. Let's see. Come on. Yes. Took his tail off. There we go. Most out of this engine. Trying to outturn this sucker. Come on. Here we go.
Attention to the map.
Let's see if we can get him. Got his engine. He's trying to outslow me. Oh. Nice move. Go. Oh, another one on me. Oh no, this is getting difficult. Pull up. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. Oh, I made it. This plane's getting messed up. But if we can turn on this guy. He's just going for the altitude advantage. He knows he's got a great climbing plane there. I've got another one shooting. How many planes can one guy take on at once? I've got no cannon left, but I've only got 500 rounds of machine gun. But I'm still trying. Oh, they got me in the end. So while we look at the scores from that battle, there's just a couple of things I forgot to mention on the Edtrack. Basically, you use the Edtrack software to set up and calibrate the Edtrack as you'd like. Then you use OpenTrack to actually make it work in game. Okay. Well, that's it for my review. That's Magkite out.